Hi everyone, Nvidia is in a risky spot, really risky right now. Not just last Friday's drop, but also the weekend's negative news. Over the weekend, the US took direct action against Iran. That's a big deal, and that adds pressure on tech and financial stocks. That's going to create a lot of stress. That's serious risk. And with that risk, what can we do? And today happens to be the most risky day. Let's quickly review its fundamentals. So far, what's Nvidia's total market cap? 3.45 trillion. That's 3.45 trillion dollars. That's number 1 globally. And up to now, it's hit that mark, number 1 in the world, 3 times. First in June 2024, again in June 2024, and then once more in January 2025. That was a brief top. And looking at the rebound from the bottom, from this level to here, how much did its value rise? It gained $1 trillion. That's a $1 trillion increase. Yeah. Any new updates? This relates to what I mentioned earlier. It's about Jason Huang's trip to Europe. So, what did he achieve in Europe? First, he announced a collaboration with the UK. The UK even hosted a tech week for him, and the UK government will invest £1 billion to expand its AI and computing capacity. And Jensen Huang said that the UK is at a golden age for AI. He also pledged that Nvidia will invest there. And they will also build a new AI research center in Bristol. Additionally, cloud AI providers also announced new plans to establish AI infrastructure and data centers in the UK. So, these projects, what's the demand for Nvidia chips? Take this one company as an example. That project alone will require about 10,000 units of Nvidia's Blackwell chips. That's their most advanced chip for computing workloads, and that one company needs 10,000 units. And what's the second highlight? At the Taipei Computex show, Nvidia announced its NVLink Fusion Plan. And with 8 partners in Taipei, it opened up its NVLink technology to help them build powerful AI systems. And this gave the stock a bit of a boost, but only a modest one. And then there's another thing. Let's come back to this topic. With the European Union, Nvidia and Germany reached a preliminary deal. Right, they've agreed in principle. So what's this about? Nothing signed yet, but Nvidia will supply Germany with 18,000 top-end chips. These will be their most advanced chips. And what for? To help Germany grow its AI industry and support its AI ecosystem. But because there's no signed contract, this is still what we'd call just a market expectation. Nothing concrete or finalized just yet. There's also similar news. They're in talks with France too. Also, just discussions, it's just at the negotiation stage. They're talking about supplying 10,000 Blackwell chips. That's a Blackwell chips to help France build a supercomputing center, a supercomputing facility. That's a plan. But for now, these are just the promises. They're still just ideas, still just plans, nothing truly confirmed yet. Right now, nothing has materialized into real deals. or showing up in financial results. And there are a few more updates. Nvidia is also in talks with Foxconn. They plan to set up a factory in Houston, Texas to build humanoid robots. Those humanoid robots will work as employees and then they will produce AI servers for Nvidia. That factory is expected to go online in the first quarter of 2026. That's Q1 2026. And as for its China strategy, they're still pushing the H20 chip there. But honestly, as I said before, these updates alone won't matter much. Without lifting the H20 export controls, none of these news items can offset the impact of those restrictions. As long as H20 is under export restrictions, Nvidia won't do well. Its stock won't do well. And as we see it, this could be the top, unless there's some huge positive news saying those export controls are lifted. Otherwise, this issue means about $13 billion less in annual revenue and around $80 billion less profit. That's a real pain point. That's a real problem. And you can see as far back as 5 weeks ago, even 5 weeks ago, Nvidia was losing steam. So it's been sideways for 5 straight weeks. When a stock drags too long, it tends to drop. When it drags too long, it's prone to a drop that's very risky. And on the daily chart too, it's been flat for more than a month. And it's very easy at this level to form a rounded top pattern. I really worry it could be a rounded top. That would be very risky. So what should we do then? My suggestion is that longs take profits ASAP. We don't necessarily have to short today, but longs really should sell first. That's my strong advice. If you don't, it's too risky. This level is way too dangerous. Overall, my take is that for Nvidia at this point, it's time to shift towards a short bias. Whether looking at the index or the technicals, the outlook isn't looking great. And it's opening lower pre-market. There's also geopolitical tensions. With all that going on, what can you really hope for? There's not much reason to be optimistic, and none of those earlier positive updates can offset this. First off, the macro backdrop isn't friendly. Whenever there's war or any flare up, and with Ukraine still going on, now the Middle East is heating up too. Can the market take that pressure? Luckily, US bumpers have pulled back. They've already headed home, and that took some tension off. So the market relaxed a bit. That fears eased for now, but still, right now, this level around 140, if it can hold, it could drop to 120. And if it drops to 120, that's very dangerous, really risky. So at this point, Nvidia must shift fully to defense. If there's any bounce today, even a small one, use it to exit. If there's any early rally after the open, take that chance. And if it opens lower and keeps sliding, get out right at the bell. Sell your longs as soon as trading starts. Otherwise, it's just too dangerous. When the conflicts heat up, the whole tech sector feels a pain. When wars spike, energy prices jump. And higher energy prices will drive up inflation. And if inflation rises, no rate cuts, maybe even hikes. And if rates go up, tech stock take the hit. So what do we do with Nvidia? Honestly, I don't know. I really don't have a better plan. My best advice is to go fully defensive, sell all longs. That's my game plan for now.